When you sit down to write, do you ever feel like ideas just dry up? Like you sit down and you feel great and then things just kind of fall apart. In this video, I'm going to talk about a killer iOS app that will aim to end your writer's block forever. What's up, guys? Michael Aran here with Author Level Up, helping you master the craft of writing. And I make these videos because I believe that each of you has an inner Stephen King, and you just need help unlocking it. So if you're new here, consider subscribing and click that little bell, ding, 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 to get notifications every time I have a new writing video. And boy, do I have a good writing video for you guys today. So you guys know that I've said over the past few months that if any developer has a writing app that they'd like for me to take a look at, that I'll look at it, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, a developer by the name of Ryan Lindsay reached out to me, and he talked to me about this app that he had built for iOS, and it was called Daily Prompt. And the goal is to help writers boost their creativity and get rid of writer's block forever by giving them really good daily prompts every single day of the week. And so I thought, okay, yeah, I'll give this a shot, and I'll definitely take a look at it. So Daily Prompt is an iOS app that is designed to help writers get over writer's block. Every 24 hours, the app gives users a writing prompt that helps them get their creativity flowing. They can then share their ideas with others in a vibrant community. So yes, before people start throwing tomatoes at the screen, yes, this is for iOS only. Now, I had to say that in the beginning of the video because I've done some videos in the past where I get to the whole end of the video and I say it's iPhone only, and then you guys razz me in the comments. So yes, it is iPhone only. However, it is really good. So the first thing I want to talk about with this app is just the amazing user interface. Quite frankly, one of the best user interfaces I've seen on an iOS app for writers. I mean, it's just like bravo. I mean, it's just fantastic. I mean, just the way that it flows and how intuitive it is, it's just hats off for just that alone. So the first thing you notice when you open up the app is a stunning visual image. So what I pulled up when I was testing this, there was a really pretty image of a waterfall, and there was a prompt associated with it, and you could write a story around this waterfall. And this brings back memories for me because this is exactly the kind of thing that I used to do when I first started writing. In fact, my best friend and I, what we would do is we would go find these random images off the internet, like on DeviantArt or on Pinterest or somewhere, and then we would share them between each other, and then we would challenge each other to write a piece of music to whatever the image was. And that was endless fascination for us. And we wrote like songs like every day based on this. And so to see this playing with writers, I think is really, really cool. And the images are beautiful every day, and you're going to get something really unique and some arresting images that are just very inspiring. I was really impressed with what I saw. Now, once you look at the writing prompt, you can start writing your story in the app immediately. You can also title it. You can also share it with the community of people that use Daily Prompt, and people who in the community can actually read your story and comment on it. And I think that's pretty cool. And if waterfalls aren't your thing, or if spaceships aren't your thing, or if the image of the day is just not doing it, just not helping you get to what you need to do, then you can look through their archive. I mean, they've got hundreds of images in their archive that you can look at. And if you're not an image person, if you want something else, there's other things that will wet your whistle. So for example, they have these things called story starters. So on screen, I have the example of a boy, a girl, in a room. And you've got to write a story using these three nouns. It's kind of an interesting exercise, isn't it? Another really cool example that I found was one that it said, you've inherited a house from a great uncle that you've never met. Go. Like stuff like that, I think is really cool. It does boost your creativity, and it challenges you to stretch that muscle if you've never done this kind of thing before. Now, what's also cool about these prompts is that you can see what other people have written for their prompts, and other people can see what you have written, and it becomes a really cool community where people support and encourage each other. And in many of the prompts that I saw, there were many people in some cases, who were commenting on stories that others had written and giving them some words of encouragement. So if that's your thing, I really think that you could benefit from an app like this. Even if you don't like the community piece of it, I still think that the daily creative prompts are extremely creative and can help you beat writer's block. Now, another cool thing with Daily Prompt is that it also offers what are called contests. So there are daily contests that are judged by best-selling authors or people in the Daily Prompt community, and you can write a prompt to one of these contests, and if you win a prize. So in some cases, you can win a monetary prize. Now, when I typically see this, because you guys know I'm a member of ALLI, the Alliance of Independent Authors, and when I typically see this, my red flags, they go all the way up, right? But this is a paid feature. They do have a paid option that I'll talk about here in a minute, and it's extremely cheap. And a one-time yearly fee, you can compete in all the contests you want. And I honestly think that's pretty fair. And some of you want to flex that creative muscle, this is something that you can do. Daily Prompt also gives you the ability to submit your own ideas for writing prompts. Now, Ryan has told me that he looks at all of the ideas and tries to incorporate as many of them as he can. And so I think that's really cool. So if you want to submit your own idea, you might see it as the daily prompt of the day. So as you guys can tell, you can tell where my sympathies lie. I really like this. I think it is something I wish that I would have had when I was a beginner. It would have helped me continue to sharpen my skills of being a student of people, learning how to describe things, working on settings, all those sorts of things. I really think this is great. That said, I do have two criticisms. The first is you guys are already saying this in the comments. I bet you've already commented on this. Is the iOS app only thing. You know, I understand it. It makes sense. That's where all the people are at this point. But it would be really cool to see this on Android and give our friends in the Android space some love too, because they just don't get the same level of apps that we get. So that's my first criticism. My second criticism is that I did notice when I was using the app that there was no way to export the things that you write in the app to your computer, for example. So like say if you write a prompt on that waterfall that I showed you, you can't get that out of the Daily Prompt ecosystem. And I raised that to Ryan. I said, hey, you know, that's not something I'm not really a fan of that. I would like to see people be able to take their data with them so that if that waterfall inspires the next novel you want to write, that you can take that and put it into Scrivener or Ulysses or Microsoft Word or what have you. And Ryan did tell me he's aware of that. He is working on a solution for that in the future. But he did say that anyone who wants to have access to their data can have it. All you have to do is send him an email, and that's in the app. And he'd be more than happy to share that with you. So, hey, that's not bad. For those of you who don't like that, I still think this is a killer app to be able to use to boost your creativity. So you're probably thinking, what does this cost? Well, first things first, this app is free to download and use to your heart's content without having to pay anything. Now, if you do want to pay for some of the extra features that it offers, it starts at $3.99 per month, or you can pay $24.99 per year. Honestly, I don't think that's that bad. But some of the things that you do get for the Plus membership or the paid membership is you do get the ability to compete in the contests. Now the prizes aren't like substantial. I think one of them I saw was like $100. So you're not playing for high rollers here, but you do have the ability to compete if you want to do that. Also, the app does place restrictions on how much you can write and how much per day you can write. So if you don't want any of those limitations, you can certainly pay for that. And also they're adding new features regularly to the app. So you would get automatic enrollment in any of those features that come to play. Now, me personally, I'm probably not going to be someone that pays for the annual subscription, but I know some of you that might be your thing and you might be interested in that. So if you're interested, you can grab your copy of this app at authorlevelup.com/dailyprompt. This is an affiliate link, and I do receive a small commission at no cost to you if you do sign up. So if you like this video, just a quick and easy and free way to say thanks. So don't forget, you can get your copy of Daily Prompt and check it out at authorlevelup.com/dailyprompt. Even if you're not a subscription type person, which I know many of you are not, because I know I'm going to hear about this in the comments, but this is still a really cool app that I think every one of you should check out, just mainly for how well it works and how just beautiful some of these prompts are. So with that, hats off to Ryan for creating an amazing app here. Hope you guys enjoy it, and I will see you in the next review video.
Perfect.